You are not lazy for not working 24/7. You're not a failure for being tired. And you're definitely not weak for hating hustle culture. If you're watching this right now, you're probably exhausted. You wake up early. You grind through long hours. You chase every promotion, every raise, every opportunity. But at night, you still feel empty, guilty for not doing enough, and completely lost between two extremes: quiet quitting and hustle culture. So let me ask you something. What if the real problem isn't you? What if you're not lazy? You just burned out from playing the wrong game? What quiet quitting really means? Let's start with a word everyone's throwing around right now: quiet quitting. And no, it's not what they're telling you it is. It's not laziness. It's not checking out. It's not being disloyal to your company. Quiet quitting is simply this: doing your job and refusing to do everything else for free. It's saying, I will show up. I will do my work, but I will not answer emails at 11 p.m. I will not skip dinner for a meeting. I will not say yes when every part of me is screaming no. I know someone, and honestly, it's not just one person. It's thousands of people across this country. He worked 10, 12 hours a day. He stayed late to impress his boss. He took calls on weekends. He was always the first one in and the last one to leave. And what did he get for it? Same salary, zero recognition, double the burnout. One day he just stopped. He did his 8 hours. He left on time. He said no to extra projects that were never in his job description. People called it quiet quitting. He called it finally respecting his own life. Here's a question nobody wants to face. If you're the only person who respects your time, why would anyone else? The dark side of hustle culture. Now let's talk about the other side. Hustle culture. In America, it's everywhere. Wake up at 5 a.m. Grind 12 hours a day. Work while you eat. Work while you travel. Work until your body physically can't anymore. And the promise? More money, more status, more success, a life other people will envy. But here's what hustle culture never shows you. It doesn't show you the anxiety at 3 in the morning. It doesn't show you the panic attacks before a big meeting. It doesn't show you the empty relationships because you were always busy. Social media shows you gym at 5 a.m., laptop open at midnight, a jet-lagged face in some luxury hotel. But it never shows you the therapy sessions, the breakdowns, the moment you realized you missed your sister's birthday because of a deadline. So let me ask you something real. Is this the life you actually wanted? Or is this just the life you were told you should want? You didn't sign up for this much pain. You were just taught that if you don't hustle, you'll be left behind. And that fear, that kept you running, long after your body asked you to stop. The real conflict is balance. Here's the truth nobody is actually saying out loud. The real war is not between quiet quitting and hustle culture. The real problem is the complete absence of balance, because both extremes will break you. If you quiet quit without any purpose or direction, it becomes a slow drift. You stop over-delivering, which is fine. But if you stop pushing yourself entirely, you miss opportunities. You watch others grow, and eventually you feel stuck. And if you hustle without rest, you burn, you break. You chase money and lose your health. You chase respect and lose your relationships. You chase success, and somewhere in the middle of all that chasing, you lose yourself. You're not lazy, and you are not weak. You're just trying to protect your life. Think about your phone. You can't keep it at 100% brightness, running every app plugged in 24/7, and expect it to last. Your mind and body are the same. You cannot run on full throttle, nonstop, and expect your life to stay whole. Build your own system. So what's the answer? Not quiet quitting, not blind hustle. Your own system. One where you work hard, but also rest deeply. One where you chase your goals, but never at the cost of your health. One where you say yes to growth and no to being exploited. Let me give you 4 things to start with. Set real boundaries. Tell yourself, after 8 p.m., work is done. Sundays are not office hours. Meetings that start at 7 a.m. because everyone else does it. Not your problem. Boundaries are not rude. They're necessary. Know your non-negotiables. What will you never sacrifice? For most people, it's sleep. It's health. It's family. It's mental peace. If a job asks you to give those up every single day, You need to ask yourself one honest question. Is this job worth my life? Work in focused bursts, not long, exhausting marathons. 6 hours of deep, focused work beats 12 hours of distracted, half-present effort. Close the tabs. Put the phone down. Work like it matters for 2 or 3 hours, then actually rest. Most people aren't lazy. They're working in a way that drains them instead of fueling them. Learn to say no without guilt. No, I can't take that extra project. No, I can't work this weekend. No, this doesn't align with what I'm building. Every time you say no to something that drains you, you are saying yes to your own life. And here's what I really want you to hear. You're not alone in this. Millions of people in this country feel exactly what you're feeling. Tired, confused, overworked, underappreciated, and guilty for not hustling enough. But let me be very clear about something. Rest is not weakness. Rest is repair. Rest is the fuel that lets you come back stronger. Boundaries are not selfish. They're self-protection. They're the line between I am alive and I am barely surviving. Protecting your peace is not a luxury. It is a survival skill. You do not have to burn out to prove that you are worthy. You are already enough. You are enough at 8 p.m. with no emails open. You are enough on a Sunday, doing absolutely nothing. You are enough the very first time you say no. This world will always ask for more. That doesn't mean you have to give it your life. Find your own rhythm. Don't live someone else's hustle. Because at the end of the day, your life is not a job. Your life is your life. And you deserve to live it fully, not just survive it for 8 hours a day.